Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Clevey. I was doing the episode by episode reactions to the Defenders series on Netflix, and I realized that once you get to episodes 7 and 8, it would be very difficult for me to talk about my feelings about those last couple episodes without getting into something major spoilery. So, in lieu of that, I wanted to just kind of give my overall of the season. I did finish the season. I don't want to go into, like I said, like an episode thing for 7 and 8 because there's some big reveals and some big plot points that I don't want to spoil for anybody because I'm not that kind of guy. So, just overall in the season, I have to say that the Defenders for me is on par with Daredevil season 1, which has been my favorite of all the Netflix series. Just the way that they put this together, my biggest thing that I can really take away from this is that it was just a hell of a fun thing to watch. I'm actually rewatching it now just to kind of see if I can find more Easter eggs or anything like that. But it was just a great, fun series to watch. There was not a lot of slow parts for me at all. There was, like I think I said maybe in my reviews, there's maybe one episode that was very exposition heavy, and even with that, we were able to move the plot forward, and it didn't feel like we were sitting in any spot too long to where you're like, okay, this is dragging on. I never got bored with the series at all, which is fantastic. I really enjoyed our characters. The whole series was really about our characters being able to meet each other, which was great to see them meet each other, for them to experience or learn how to trust each other when all of them, everybody was on their own kind of solo missions, and realizing that together they can make a bigger difference together than they could, on their separate journeys, which was awesome. You really got to see characters interact with each other, learn about each other, find out about each other, so that when they become the Defenders, by the end, it feels earned. It doesn't feel like they just jumped into, like, hey, we all have superpowers. Let's go fight. It's not as easy as that. You have like Luke Cage, who was very much like the Boy Scout of them, and he's just worried about not hurting anybody as long as they can get things done without hurting any innocent people. Which I thought that was great, just how his character portrayed more of like the conscience of all the Defenders. And you have Daredevil, who is reluctant to get back into it because he's seen how all of this can result into the pain of of people dying around him and his relationships being stunted. You have Jessica Jones, who I thought was excellent. I loved Jessica Jones' show. There was moments in her series though where it got a little too drab, and she was a little too I don't want to say emo, but a little too she was a little too rough. But in this one, they've lightened her character up. I mean, her series was dealing with some different issues, but this one they lightened her up a little bit. She's fun to watch. She did an excellent job. And Danny Rand, like I said, in this one, he did not bug me. I actually enjoyed Iron Fist quite a lot in this series, and especially I think my favorite things were, like I said, I'm a big Power Man and Iron Fist fan. And I love those interactions with them together, where you can kind of see how their relationship will blossom, and hopefully we get like a Heroes for Hire series later on. So, like I said, there was a bunch of spoilers and stuff in episodes 7 and 8, but overall, this show was awesome, guys, and it's on par with me for Daredevil season 1. The most rewatchable, I think, out of all of the seasons, even including Daredevil season 1. And it was great to watch. It was fun. I really loved the 8-episode format that they went with this one. I probably said before, Netflix is used to giving us these 12 and 13 episode seasons, but by then, when you get to episode 10, you're kind of like, okay, like this is getting a little boring in some areas. They could tighten this up a bit. So this 8-episode format was great because, like I said, you didn't get bored at all. You just you got to watch and experience, and the last episode flows directly into the next. They go back and they do a little time jumping to fill in plot points where you need a little extra information, and they did it excellently within 8 episodes. It's great because it's so fast and so easy to watch. You can knock it out in a day, as opposed to the other ones you were doing like in a weekend. So and I just had a really good time watching it. So that is kind of just I think you should really go give it a shot. You can actually kind of jump into this. You should watch the other series before you watch the Defenders, just because the other series will give you more of an insight about the Hand and the kind of organization they are and kind of what we're up against. But the ending of this, the last episode of this is fantastic. The last 2 episodes are really good. And like I said, they reveal some really big things, and we find out it closes up quite nicely. I'll say that. There's a point where you're wondering like if they're going to go a certain route, and then they kind of flip it on you, and it's very satisfying. The season was so. Yeah, that's kind of my review for the Defenders as a whole. I think you should watch it. Give it your time. It's a very quick, very easy watch. I think you guys will enjoy it, especially if you've enjoyed the Netflix series, Marvel series before. Yeah, guys, it's been real. Thank you for watching these videos. If you like them, subscribe to our channel here, the iBoogers channel. Keep an eye out for, we do trailer reviews, we do podcasts, we do a bunch of stuff. So